Hi, this is Trepacer. Welcome to my In Bed vlog. Uh, I'm sorry, I'm still like getting over this cold. Uh, it was funny because New Year's Day, no, New Year's Eve, I guess, going into New Year's Day. Yeah, I felt fine. I went to work. I had a half a day on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, I guess, and came home. I ate. Did a few things. I think I recorded my reactions to the What If episodes, and I think uh, yeah, I did. I think I did that. And anyway, what was it today? Anyway, I felt fine. Even going to bed, I felt fine. And then, except when I think somewhere in the middle of the night, I kind of developed like a cough. I was like clearing my throat. I was feeling like my throat was feeling kind of scratchy, and then I woke up, with like a sore throat, and then all of a sudden, I was gonna go see my brother New Year's Day, which I actually did with my sisters and my niece, but during the course of the day, I started, developing a headache, and then my nose started running and stuff, and like I said, I went to the hospital to see my brother, but we only stayed like 2 hours. We didn't stay that long, but I felt the cold coming on. I just really felt it. I felt it enough when I was waiting outside in the waiting room, my niece and sister was visiting my brother, and I was talking to my other sister, and I just felt my nose like it was running, and I kept, I said, f. And I even texted my friend who I work with, Mark, and I told him, I said, listen, Mark, I'm really starting to feel like I'm coming down with the flu because like the first symptom of my sore throat, and then I got the runny nose, and then I started getting a headache, and that whole night, going into New Year's Day, you know, I didn't think I even slept that much. I had my eyes closed, but I was, constantly. My nose got to the point where I kept having to blow my nose, and my nose stuffed. That point when you get the cold or flu, and your nose is stuffed, and you can't really breathe through your nose. You're breathing basically through your mouth because your nose is stuffed up, and I was, blowing my nose constantly trying to, so I could, and I basically slept off, and I told my friend that if I didn't feel good in the morning, I wasn't coming to work uh, the next day, on the second, and I didn't feel it when I woke up because, like I said, there's this the thing that I do when I when I'm sick and I can't really because when you're sick and you got a cold, especially when you can't breathe through your nose, the stuffed nose. I can't lay down on my back because that's the way I usually sleep normally when I'm healthy. So I couldn't even do that. So I, prop myself up, the pillows up, and put the covers around me, and basically, lean up against the wall and kind of angle it so that way I could sleep that way, which is probably the way I'm going to sleep tonight. uh, and I just said, you know what? I'm just going to do it like that, and take my medicine. I bought this liquid NyQuil, Dayquil, because like I said, the day that I bought it was New Year's Day and everything else was closed, so I had to go to the corner store, and I was going to get some pills, but I saw they had the Dayquil cold and flu, so I bought that, and I took that 3 times and stuff. And I know you can't take more than 4 doses in 24 hours, so I did that, and then the other day, I think that Thursday, excuse me, I bought the pills, the capsules, and took that. And like I said, I felt myself getting better during the course of that Thursday and Friday. I still feel a little congested. I felt a little congested, and right now it's technically right now as I'm recording this. Normally, I record this in the morning, but I felt better, so uh, I took. Actually, I took 4 doses on Friday, and I took 1 dose because I felt, like I said, I wasn't like I said, my right now my nose is it's not stuffed. I don't have the headache, and I still feel a little phlegm every once in a while that I cough up. So I think I am getting better. This cold is, the flu or cold, whatever it was that I had is going away, which is ironic because I did get the flu test with the COVID test on the when was it? On the 13th of December when I was on vacation. I did get the test, and normally I think uh, like last times, 2 times I got the flu shot with this, I didn't get sick, but for some reason, I think I remember. I think I know how I got sick because I think it was, I don't know if it was the 23rd or the 20. I think it was the 23rd, not the 24th, because it was cold those 2 days. And I think what I did was stupid in my case. Normally when I go to work, I put my hat on and my face mask and all that stuff. But I think on that Monday, on my way to the train, which is not that far, I walked out over in the air. I think without my hat and mask on, and it was cold to the point where when I got down in the subway, I put my hat and the mask on. But I think it was too late by then. I think once I exposed myself to the elements for even that short trip to the train from my building to, it's basically not a block, but it's like half a block to the train. I think once I exposed myself to the open air, I think that's what made me sick. I think because I didn't actually feel it until the next day, going into New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day. So, which is stupid on my part for doing that. I think that's how I got sick. I should, that day that it was cold on the 30th, I should have wore my hat and mask on my way to the train. I didn't do that, which is stupid. Okay, that was really just being stupid in vain. I should have put my hat on and my mask, and I think that's what made me sick. Once I exposed myself to that open air, and I think that affected me. It didn't affect me until the next day, going into New Year's Day. But I think that's what did it for me. But like I said, I'm feeling better. Like I said, I don't have the runny nose, the stuffed nose. I can breathe through my nose. I don't have the congestion I don't have the sore throat. That's one thing I hate about being, especially when you get the cold and the flu. You get those symptoms. You get the sore throat, and sometimes it feels like you're swallowing an ashtray or something like that. And you're trying to cough that up, and it's just really ridiculous. I hate that feeling, and then you get the headache. And like I said, part of the reason I think I got the headache too was I didn't get any sleep on that New Year's Eve into the New Year's Day, when I just basically tossed and turned and was basically just blowing my nose, because my nose was just stuffed up and I couldn't even breathe. So I hate that. I really, really hate that. I hate being sick, and I hate taking sick days. But I knew enough that on Thursday that I couldn't go to work because I couldn't breathe, basically. And I knew I needed another day to recover after that, which was Friday. And like I said, Saturday, which is technically right now it's Sunday, but Saturday I feel a lot better in terms of. And I only took 1 dose of the Dayquil because I'm feeling better. I don't have the phlegm coming up as much. But anytime I feel any kind of phlegm or anything, or if I feel any, build out, spit it out directly. So I think I'm slowly getting better. I really felt it because my brother called me, I think, on Friday, and because I don't talk, I wasn't talking to anybody that much. I was, texting my sister to let her know because she asked me how I was feeling, and then my brother called me, and he sent me a picture because my brother was in the hospital. Thankfully, he's getting better, a lot better and thank everybody for the well wishes on that. He was sitting up in the bed. He actually sent me a picture. My sister actually sent me the picture first of him. He finally got into the chair. He's been in the hospital since the 27th of November, and he finally, they got him a chair, because he had surgery on his back, so he was basically in the bed for like a month. They finally were able to put him in the chair, and he was finally happy to get out of the bed, hospital bed. So hopefully he's on his way to recovery, and my sister hopefully will be. She got a few sites that we're going to be sending him to rehab, so he can takes his heart medication and all that stuff, and he can start a program where he can lose the weight and eat right, and hopefully he's on the road to recovery, which is I'm very happy about that for my brother, because that basically was consuming all of us for the past month or so with him, from like November through all the way through December with my brother. We've been to the hospital a bunch of times seeing him, and I hate seeing my big brother that way. But thankfully, he's on the road to recovery, and hopefully he'll get to better health. Okay, now, I also made a post earlier today, on Saturday actually, and I have gone outside just so people know, but when I went outside, I made sure I bundled up. I had like this sweater on, I had my hoodie on, and I had my leather jacket, had my hat, had my mask, and my gloves to make sure I was, well protected. It's still technically cold. I think it got up to like 33 today, and it was like 29 for the most part. It was really cold. But I went out, to go to the supermarket, and I had to go get my food for the week and stuff. But I made sure I bundled up to make myself. And right now, like I said, I don't have a fever or anything. I don't have, like I said, the only thing is, like I said, because you can tell your voice kind of changes when it's getting back to normal. My voice is just a little, because I haven't talked as much, and aside from, but I actually made a post about my reactions to What If episodes 6, 7, and 8. Those are the last 3 episodes of season 6. And also, I did film a reaction to Creature Commandos as well. I don't know when I did that. Did I do that on? I think I might have done those on New Year's Eve, I think I did those. I think I did Creature Commandos on Thursday, I believe. I'm trying to remember when I did them. But anyway, I didn't have time to edit them because I was, like I said, I was feeling sick for the most part. So I didn't have time to edit them the normal way. So I was trying to, like, when I was basically laying down, I was trying to edit those on my phone. And I think I did do some of them. I think one I did on Thursday, and to Friday I did the other Fridays I did the other 2. And then I tried to upload those, and they kept getting blocked from YouTube. So I kept trying to, and wanted to share film more. I kept trying to like speed them up. Excuse me. It's not so much a cold right now. I got a dry throat. I think I'm gonna grab some water after this. So I just said, you know what? I'm gonna just do them in Movie Maker and do them one at a time. I'm not gonna try to rush, because I was trying to get them up and running, but I noticed when I played back the one I think that I did the 1872 for episode 6 of What If season 3, and it got accepted by YouTube. But then when I played it back, I noticed it was just so fat, because I think I sped it up like 2 times, and it just looked absolutely played back ridiculous. So I said, I pulled it from YouTube, I pulled the video, and I said, let me just record them one. I made the post, and I said, let me just edit them one at a time. So I'm in the middle of doing 1872. I think I got like 3/4 of the way through, and I'm going to try to finish that off after I go to sleep and wake up. And then that one I'll try to put up, and if that one is successful, then I'll do Creature Commandos episode 6, and then on Monday when I come home from work, I'll try to work on episode 7 of What If, and then maybe on Tuesday do episode 8. Like I said, I'm gonna go back to work on Monday. I feel better. Like I said, aside from because I know with the Dayquil, because I read the instructions. Because let me tell you a quick story. I think when I was sick a couple of years ago, I had went to work, and I was just feeling it. And about halfway through work, I just said, you know what? I could feel myself getting, I had a fever, had a high fever, and I just told my boss, I said, listen, I'm out of it. I got to go home. And I just left like halfway. I think after 12 o'clock, I came back down from like delivering some jobs, and I just told her, listen, I'm not feeling it. I got to go home. And she, I said, this, call me out the rest of the day. And I went home, and I got, I think it was Tylenol, extreme cold and flu. I think that's what I got. I think in a box similar to this or something like that, severe cold and flu. And I took that, and I think that was a Friday, so I took that for like 3 days. I think I took it for three. I think I took basically 9 doses over a period of 3 days because I was really feeling. I had the headache, I had the cold, the stuffy nose and the cough, and I took that. I was eating soup, drinking tea, and I think eventually, over 3 or 4 days, I got better. But what happened? It killed my appetite. It absolutely killed all the taste. I killed my taste. I couldn't taste anything. Okay, and this is before COVID. Okay, so that was the only other time that I lost my sense of taste. That's how I knew I had COVID before. But it was from taking too many doses of Tylenol extreme cold and flu. You got to read the instructions. So I make sure now, whenever I take medication, especially over-the-counter medication, that I read the instructions. And it says for Dayquil, in a 24-hour period, don't take more than 4 doses for an adult every 4 hours. So they tell you don't take more than 4 doses, okay? Because then I think it'll affect your liver and stuff. So like I said, the first day I think that New Year's Day, yeah, because I had a Tylenol, I had I think Dayquil, severe cold and flu. I took no, I think it was it was a cold medicine. I took that in the morning on New Year's Day. I took the severe cold and flu when I got back from the hospital, I think, and then I had bought this and I drank this, okay, and then I think the next day I drank. So I made sure I only took 4 doses within like a 24-hour period to make sure I wasn't, I wasn't, taking more than I could. And then I think on Friday, I took 2 doses. I didn't take one in the morning, but I took one in the afternoon after I ate, and then I took one in the evening when I ate my dinner. And then, like I said, on Saturday, today, or technically I guess it's Sunday now, but when I had my dinner at around 7 something, I took 2 of these, excuse me, to make, so I was trying to not, to wean myself off it slowly because I don't have the headache, I don't have the runny nose, I I have occasional phlegm, I think, but I'm getting better, so I don't want to, overdo it with this because I think some of this, it dries your throat out if you take too much of it. So I may take a dose of this on Sunday, probably with my dinner. Excuse me. Probably with my dinner. I'll see how I feel when I eat my lunch, because right now it's 1:18 in the morning, and I'm gonna try to get this video up. I'm gonna get some water, and what I'm gonna do is after I sleep, because I'm probably going to start laying down and around 2 o'clock, and usually I try to, I prop the pillow up and watch a little Gunsmoke or the Long Range. I'm really getting into the westerns, and and fall asleep and probably stay in the bed till after to 10, and then I'll get up and usually I wash up and stuff. Then I'll probably eat my my breakfast. I got some biscuit, eggs, and sausage biscuits. So I'll probably eat that. And depending on how I feel, I don't know, because I don't want to, like, again, overdo it with the pills with the day, because I am getting better from this cold. Because, like I said, I couldn't go to work on Thursday. I was just too out of it. I hate being sick, and I hate using my sick days, but I had to use them. It's the beginning of the year, and I hate being sick. But I had to take them because I just couldn't go to work, and I don't want to be one of those people that come to work sick and get other people sick. Okay, because that's happened with I see with other people, especially this dude that we work with, Gary. He's done that a few times, and there was this guy named Jonathan who used to never be off. He was a great worker, Jonathan, but I remember he came to work sick, and I remember because he kept blowing his nose, throwing a tissue away, and he was sick, and eventually he got me sick. Okay, and I remember telling him, I said, "Stay home, Jonathan," okay, because he kept coming to work, and it probably got to him where he couldn't even get up, and he asked me, "Is he come to work?" I said, "No, Jonathan, stay home." And then I remember, then a day later or two, I got sick, and it was from him because I was sitting here, he was sitting there, so we're in a tight, confined space. So of course, germs is going to spread because this guy is coughing, blowing his nose. So of course, it's going to affect me. And then I remember Gary too. You could tell he was sick. He would be at the window where we were, and then he would come in there. And I said, "Listen, you should take off. Don't come to work when you're sick, because then all you're going to do is spread it around, because we work in a confined little area. Of course, germs are going to spread. You're going to cough. You're going to breathe. You're human, okay? And we work in a confined space. That's why I got the time. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to." God, sorry. I got to drink some water, and because I just feel my throat is dry. You're going to spread it to other people. So that's why I stay home. That's why I stayed home Thursday. I thought about coming to work on Friday, but I said, no, you know what? It's better for me health-wise if I just stay home, okay, and get over it. And like I said, I'm getting over it for the most part. And I should feel better, I think, by the time Monday comes around. Cold, I'll get back to my normal voice, okay. But I had to take the days off, because I just had to, because there's no way, because I felt it coming on and I knew it, and sure enough, first the sore throat, then the runny nose, then the stuffed nose, okay, not being able to breathe. I was drinking tea, drinking orange juice, soup, eating soup, doing everything I could to and keep myself in this room so I couldn't spread it around. That's why I limited my interactions. Even with my stepfather, I told him, that I was sick and I was going to stay home and stuff. So like I said, I'm getting better. And like I said, my throat is dry right now, so I'm going to drink some water. But other than that, I think I'm okay for the most part. And I should feel better, I think, by Monday. I think I'm getting better. And like I said, I may take one more dose of this on Sunday, just to, hopefully kick this last bit of cold out of me. But like I said, I don't have the runny nose. I can breathe through my nose. I don't have the headache. Okay, I just got, the dry throat and the occasional phlegm that I cough up. And I think hopefully I'll be okay. Okay, sorry. My throat is just dry now. Let me wrap this video up, because I got to get me something to drink, some water, and see if I can cough up this little bit of phlegm. And like I said, I'm working on those 3 What If episodes for the last part. And I apologize, because I think I was having the same issues with episode 4 and 5 of What If. And I think I got those to go up, but I think the episodes that went up are screwed up, and I apologize in advance for that. And also, I want to make one mention of one thing. My patron, I said I was going to change the amount from $5 a month to $2 a month, and I haven't done it yet. And I will probably do that maybe sometime this week. Okay, I got to think about it, but I think I am going to change that amount. Okay, so anyway, so hopefully the episode of 1872 of What If, episode 6 of season 3, you'll see that go up tomorrow, and maybe episode 7 if I have the chance. If I don't finish it, I'll finish it on Monday. I'm not going to push it, okay, because I'm just trying to get over this cold and get back into the normal flow of things. So take care, be well. Okay, in the description box, I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. I also have a link to my other channel, Paul Views and Opinions. Check that out as well. Also have a link down below to the Patreon. And again, like the Patreon, I'm going to make some adjustments to it. And again, I think I may change that amount again to $2. I was sure I was going to do it, but now I'm kind of wavering on it. But I think I may do it anyway. And sometime this year I may just end the Patreon anyway, because I don't think it's worth it, to be perfectly honest. Because I'm not getting, I got a lot of free members and stuff, and one paying member, so I don't know if it's really worth it to do it. But we'll see how it goes. Also, in the description box, I have a link to my merchandise store. And again, that I may close as well, because I think I'm not getting sales on that either. So it is what it is. I did notice that somebody, I think when I was on vacation, they bought like a teddy bear thing with my logo on it. So I may keep that open a little bit longer, maybe promote it more, my merchandise store. And I said I was going to buy me a hoodie, and I haven't done that yet. I have to do that, and I may order that tomorrow with my logo on it, a hoodie, so I can wear that more in videos. So, like I said, I may advertise the merchandise store a lot more. Okay? So, also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trepacer saying so long and take care.